Happy New Year. Welcome to 2020. Oh, it's the first day of January 2020. This year is a leap year. We have 366 days to write our new story, to write this chapter. So, welcome to the last day of the three-day training course. I hope you all had a really fantastic New Year's last night, and hope you're all ready to kick off your business and just start the year 2020, new year, new decade. I can't wait. So let's just recap quickly what we've been talking about the last 2 days. So we are starting the business, you're starting your business. So far you should have been able to identify your passion. You should be able to know what you're good at now, identify what you like to do, and also what is important to you. Yesterday we talked around the different niches there are out there. So, and one of the exercises that I asked you to do was to map using this the worksheet attached to yesterday's video, was identify from your day one training, identify within the niche where your passions and likes actually fit within that niche, and hopefully that will help you dig deep into the sub-level niches of where you want to place your business. So that exercise does require a bit of work. So if you still need more time to look at what your niche, what your sub niche, and what's the sub niche to the sub niche till you find your blue ocean, then please do continue to work on that. If you need additional help and support, then feel free to reach out to me, and I'm gladly here to help you. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about more about, because I've spoken on the last 2 days, I've talking a little bit about your vision, your goals. And it's really important to figure out what your vision is, what your goals for this year are, what's your overall why, and basically what is the big picture. What is the big picture goal that you want to get to? Why do you want to start a business? Why do you want to leave your current job? Why do you want to change your situation? For me, it was really simple. My biggest why are my children, and a lot of women's whys are their children. But I had my first child when I was 25, and I worked in the corporate world for a very long time. And I was actually working night shift. So he wasn't even 1 year old when I went back to work. He was actually 16 weeks old, and I was doing night shift. So I got to miss a lot of his firsts, because my childminder at the time would always call me, take a picture of what he was doing. Because this is before social media and taking videos. He just took a still picture. And I just knew I wasn't really happy. But as a single mum at the time, I had to go back to work and I had to make some money. So fast forward 11 years after my first child, because there's 11 years gap between my 2 children, I knew I did not want the same for her. I knew that I needed to change my work. I was making really good money. I had a really good career. I liked it, but the pressure and the demand on me from work was a lot, and I didn't want to go back to work the way I used to work, knowing that I'm going to miss all my child first. So the first thing I did take a year off work. So I was with her for the first year. The second thing I did was decide, when I went back, I had to fulfill my maternity contract. Basically, I had to work for them for 6 months before I could hand in my notice. So I did that. And as soon as my 6 months was up, I handed in my notice, because I said, okay, it's a lot of traveling, I've a lot of demands, a lot of pressure. When I'm coming home, I'm doing a lot of work. I've got baby and trying to cook, and got my then boyfriend at the time, now husband. So, and I had my son was now getting into teenagers, and I was like, there was a lot of demand on me and I didn't want that. So that was my why. I was like, you know, I know there's something better out there. I've kind of dabbled in the past, and I just knew I needed to make a change. And I saw my window of opportunity. If I didn't do it then, and this was back in 2013, if I didn't do it then, I would have made the change. I probably wouldn't have made the change. I'd probably be still thinking about it. So that was my window of opportunity, and I jumped on it, and I haven't looked back, and I've just been growing and growing and growing since 2013. Now I'm in a position where I'm trying to give back, and I want to help other women transition from employee to entrepreneurship as well. So that is basically, I wanted to share that with you. That is my why I needed to start my own business. And from that duration, I've started, I think, about 2 or 3 businesses. In my previous video, when I was explaining about who I was, I went to contract market. I was a test manager for, I'm a test manager for a long time. And I've dabbled in property as well. Like I said, I'm helping my son, who's now 19, start and launch his Forex business. My husband is also launching his business as well. So I'm always helping people launch the business, and I want to help you guys launch your business because I think you can do it. I believe us women, we need to be financially independent of our husbands and have our own businesses and our own income, and you know, just be independent. We can still be in a loving relationship, a wife, husband and wife, but we should still also have our own things as well. So I really want to help women, you know, achieve their goals and achieve their dreams of setting up their own business. So I really need you to think about what your why is, and it needs to be something really deep. Really, you have to really connect to that. Like, if something happened, you know, your whole world will fall apart or something. So you know you're not going to make anything to jeopardize that. So you need to make sure your why is really, really, really strong. From when you know what your why is, that will then drive your vision and your goal. So for me, the way I work and sort out how my visions and goals are, I like to do it in years. So I plan 5 years, I plan 3 years, I plan 1 year, and then with the 1 year, I break that down into 12 months, and in the 12 months, I break that down into weeks and then days. And then that helps me plan out my time. And I plan both, I look at my business and my private life and make sure I plan everything as much as I can. So birthdays, holidays, I try to work that all up in my plan in advance. Things do move around, but once I know what's coming up, I can sort myself out in my head, and I know what I'm going to be doing. So it's all about being organized. And like I was telling my son the other day, if you do not plan, somebody will have a plan for you. So everybody's a part of a plan. We're all part of this big universe of planning. And if you do not plan something for yourself, you'll be a part of somebody else's plan, because there's always a boss and there's always an employee. Like, there's always a shepherd, there's always sheep. So there's always somebody. So if you do not plan for yourself, you are a part of somebody else's plan. So it's really important to plan what you're going to do. And if you can't think like 5 years time, that is fine. You can plan for the first month. And once you plan for the first month, planning gets easier. And it gets quicker to sit down and think about, oh my God, what have I got to plan? But once you know your big why, once you figure out your big dreams, your goals, and I would take this year, 2020, to think big. Try to think bigger. So it's not about, oh, okay, one of my goals is to make £10,000. Say you want to make £1 million. Say you want to make £1 billion. You know, make your dreams big. This is the year that I truly believe 2020 is an abundance and blessing year. Not for me, not for just for everybody. not just for me. I believe, I feel it. I don't know why I'm so excited for 2020, but this last month, once we got closer, December, once we was getting closer and closer, I was getting super excited, like, oh, 2020 is coming, I can't wait for 2020. I have no idea what's in store for me, but I do know it's going to be a brilliant year. I know that. I just feel that. I can't imagine anything that's going to be really devastating this year or anything. I mean, I lost my grandfather a few weeks ago, but I'm still excited because I know he would want me to do the best I could in 2020 and going forward. I remember one of the last things, he said to me is like, he doesn't want to leave this earth, and he didn't know at the time because this was back in the summer, knowing that there's conflict within the family. And I was like, Granddad, there's no conflict in the family. We're all getting on, pretty well. So, you know that we're getting on, everything is good between everybody. So I just know that 2020, my granddad is looking down at me. I know it's going to be a fabulous year. So with all of that said, you need to make sure that your goals and your why are your goals are big, your dreams are big, your why is big, and you need to all connect that to you. So with that said as well, I do have a course that can help you tie all of this together and take you from absolute beginner, where you have no product, no services, to having in 90 days a complete business. I will be helping you. I'm looking for 5 women to help this month, but I will help you from working out if you should be selling a service or a product, and we'll get your sales funnels all up and running. We'll have all the copy done for you, so you could just copy and paste it. You'll get email swipe files. We'll work on the back end, so all the stuff behind the scenes, because what a lot of people don't tell you, starting a business is very hard work. There's a lot of moving parts at the beginning, which, when you don't know, you don't know what you don't know. And when you don't know, you can get very lost in the detail. And my role would be to help you, one, stay accountable and help clear the fog of what you need to actually get done to get an up and running business going. So you have me, for 90 days, holding you accountable. I have a big workbook that we will go through that sets out step by step of how to create and identify what you're going to be doing, which we've done the first few pages. Also work out what your customer will be, what we'll go through real in-depth marketing about, who is your customer, where are they, how can we find them. We'll be setting up the sales funnels to attract your customers, getting the correct copy, placing some ads on Facebook, YouTube, and Google, etc. And then talking about how we're going to drive people finding your customers. So how are we going to do some target marketing to drive those people to your sales funnels. So that is a 90-day course. And if you're interested in that course, please do hit me up. Well, it's not just a course, it's a coaching session, but I will be there with you, hand holding you, and by the end of the 90 days, you will have a successful business up and running. So, and then you will know how to write additional sales funnels, you will know how to drive traffic, you'll know how to get sales. Okay, so that is what I'm offering. If you hit me up by the end of today, you will get that at a discounted price. It's 50% off at the moment. So make sure you contact me. I also offer free consultation calls. So if you don't want to take the calls, but you still want to figure out, if you're hesitant and you want to figure out what to do, then definitely give me a call. There will be a link attached to this video for you to give me a call. And I just want to help as many people as one. My first goal for 2020 2020. This month is to help 5 women to achieve that goal. So don't be shy, you know, just jump on a phone call with me. It's free, and let me start helping you get to where you want to go. So I just want to say Happy New Year. Welcome to 2020. I can't wait to serve you, and I really look forward to it.